Keep up to date everywhere. News Talk 820 WBAP.
In the WBAP newsroom.
749 at WBAP. Catherine Mars joins us right now. She's an education consultant specializing in college admissions. We thought we'd get her on. And I wonder, Catherine, if we're a little bit late on this. High school graduation's coming up. Are we behind the 8 ball if we're thinking about college admission right now?
Well, not if you're a junior or a sophomore in high school.
Gotcha. Okay, so juniors are thinking about it right now. They're going to spend the summer visiting schools maybe and then starting the application process. Are there little tricks to the trade that we need to know as far as applying?
Yes, absolutely. One of the first things is that parents and students need to have a frank conversation about how much is a reasonable amount to spend on a college education. Because if a student is interested in majoring in English, then they need to really consider where they're going to go, because college is a very expensive proposition, and an English degree may not generate a high-paying job following graduation.
That's funny you bring that up. Hal and I have had that conversation that, if you're going to be and I don't mean this in a negative way, but if you're going to be a school teacher, why would you pay $70,000 a year to go to a private school to be a school teacher?
Well, but wait. If the school can give them a great deal of help through their career center so that they develop a lot of skills that they can use possibly in the classroom, but elsewhere, then going to a school and hopefully with merit scholarship aid, it wouldn't cost $70,000 a year.
I've heard that argument before. At some schools, it gets so expensive that some business people say, keep that 5-year money, invest it, and start your own business.
Well, there could be. There are a lot of, students really need to consider the return on investment in whatever they do. But
right.
The best way to pay for college is with merit scholarship money, and that means that students need to take high school very seriously so they do well.
Catherine Mars is with us right now, educational consultant. We're talking about those folks who are juniors, maybe graduating from high school, thinking about that next step off to college. When they start thinking about a major, should they consider jobs, what the job's going to be like in the future? And are there lists or things out there that can tell you, hey, here's a good line of work or here's a bad one as far as the future is concerned?
Yes, absolutely. I think along with the cost of college that parents need to discuss, frankly, with their children, but also what kind of jobs pay what kind of pay scale the jobs are offering. If a student is not a good math and science student, then they should not consider engineering, even though engineering is right now the top paying job.
Wow.
So they really do need to look at the student and the personality of the student and the aptitudes of the student before they decide what they're going to do. But I think a very frank conversation about, well, what is the average pay for a person who gets a degree in anthropology? Well,
not a lot.
Yeah.
From personal experience, that's my degree. So, I did not exactly go into anthropology after I graduated, but I did learn to think on my feet, and it gave me lots of opportunities in other careers. So I'm not going to say that liberal arts is totally off the table. I'm just saying that a frank discussion that kids today, a lot of them want to go into communications. Well, you guys, of all people, know the situation with broadcasting.
Don't do it.
So if they want to do that, they need to think about, well, how is broadcasting going to be in the future? It's very automated. And unless you're with the talk show, it can be tough. Everything's automated.
It can be tough.
What kind of things are going to be available? Well, you look at social media. Well, communications may be a just fine degree as long as they are looking to the future to jobs that haven't even been created yet.
Tell me if I'm wrong here, and I'll be glad to say, okay, make money the second, maybe third priority. Make the number one priority a job that you don't mind when the alarm goes off at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to.
Absolutely, and that's why I say that parents can do a disservice to their students if they say you must go to college on engineering or we're not going to help you pay for it. Well, if the student is an art student and not interested in engineering or any facet of it, that's not going to work because the student's not going to perform well.
Yeah,
and so you look 20 years out, and the student who goes to school and gets a degree in a liberal arts field or fine arts field and is happy will be making probably the same amount of money as an unhappy engineer.
Good point.
Yeah,
Hey, 30 seconds left. We shouldn't rule out vocational and trade schools either, should we?
Absolutely not. They are look at an aircraft mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Those are very needed jobs, and they pay really well. So there are lots of trades that kids could certainly consider and then go to college later if they still want to go to college.
Thank you very much, Catherine Mars.